They've been in multiple TFL members' dreams. It's Noah!
I'm Noah. I'm 20 years old. I am turning 21 on January 12th. And that's really exciting because I've never had a fake ID before. Couple of reasons for this. One, because I love following rules. And two, I actually have a really hard time keeping the numbers of my real birthday straight. So how could I possibly be expected to know any fake information about myself? I was at the doctor's once, the nurse was checking me in, and she was like, "Oh, when's your birthday?" And I said, "Oh, January 1st. And she's like, "Oh, that's so cool. So do you get a built-in party for New Year's?" I said, "No." Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, I don't have a fake. I also don't smoke weed. Womp womp. Very unfortunate because I know like 600 of you are about to come up to me right after this and ask me to go smoke because of my incredible vibe. It's just not for me. I'm very like high-strung, uptight in a way that I think weed would probably only make worse. But recently I was like walking around outside and I smelled that classic smell. And I had this moment where I was like, wait, am I obsessed with the smell of weed? And then it took like another 2 seconds, and I was like, oh no, I'm just getting the same thrill of recognition as when I correctly identify a character actor on TV. Because my whole dynamic with weed is kind of like my relationship with the actress Tilda Swinton. First of all, very recognizable. You'll know her when you see her. And second of all, we've never hung out. And we're probably never gonna hang out. But I can still get excited when I see her. So, yeah, uptight, high-strung, this has been a thing my whole life, going all the way back to kindergarten. In kindergarten, I had my first ever test. It was a spelling test. It was also at this time that my friend introduced me to the idea that someone could cheat off my test. This was very upsetting. Super scary premise to me. But then I was like, okay, I'm a pretty smart guy. I'm 6 years old, I think. Yeah, not worked. I'm calculator watch. But anyway, I can totally outsmart any of these cheaters, many of whom are probably only 5. So I came up with this totally airtight plan. I turned in the test, and almost immediately the cheater was like, "No, I need you to come talk to me." Because everything on the paper was wrong, and not in the way you might expect. So I say, "Look, Miss Faintly, it's actually quite self-explanatory. I didn't want anyone to cheat off my test, so I wrote all the answers upside down and backwards. So if you take the paper, walk to the bathroom, hold it up to the mirror, no problem." It was a problem. There was a call home. That's right. Yeah, okay, that story's done. We can move on. I wanted to leave you guys instead tonight with some impressions. Here's the first one. You might recognize this one. "Oh, I leave quite an impression. Sabrina Carpenter, boom, next. This is Troye Sivan if he was from Boston. You just got me started." Okay. It's nice that you're all laughing. This isn't working for me. You know, I've kind of been doing a lot of introspection lately. I've been in therapy, I've been thinking a lot. And, you know, I worry a lot about a lack of sincerity when I talk to people, and I think I kind of have this persona as a performer, you know, you see me up here or whatever. I've really been craving sharing something honest. And I'm so grateful that I have this space tonight. And let's hold that, by the way. You know? Reach out to your neighbor, grab onto their finger, and just hold that. That's so beautiful. I love that. I didn't know that was happening. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm really grateful that we have this space tonight. For me to share an impression that comes, I think, from a place of deep pain and frustration. So, here we go.